how to solve, how to get the time period of oscillations of the spring block system. Okay, let me take, this is the spring. So we have to calculate the time period of oscillations of this block. So what is the method? This is that mean position. You have to recollect ideas of the vertical spring block system. So this will be the spring. I'll pull the block by a certain distance, say like a amplitude, I'll give A. Release from rest. So this is at equilibrium. So initially how much? Kx naught, this is mg, this is at rest, no? Release from rest. And by the time it comes here, it will be having certain velocity v. Let it be elongation x. So how much of this will be the mean position. This will be mean position, and this is a natural length of the spring. This is the elongation initially x naught. So how much of spring force will act now? K x naught plus x. And it will come back to one oscillation. I'll show it so that will be easy for you. So then it will come back to mean position. Here it will have maximum velocity. Let me take it somewhere here. This is the natural length of the spring. L naught, I'll write it. Keep this in mind. It's going to help us a lot. Okay, now the block will be somewhere here. The spring, what happened now? Still it be elongation only. Say some kx dash. Okay, this is the elongation. Still it is elongation only, and it will have, say, some velocity. And finally what happened? It will come to instantaneous rest, and this will be the amplitude E. So again, after this position, the block, what happened, will come back to again mean position. It will have maximum velocity. So I agree this. So then this is what one sequence that will happen. K x naught plus x, here mg, it will undergo retardation. So this will be one oscillation. So what did they say? I am going to pull it down. I'm going to pull it down and release it. Then a spring force of K will act. That K will be greater than mg, because earlier Kx naught was mg. So how much of spring force will act, K x naught plus A will act here mg. So the block will accelerate, no? Then as it accelerates, speed will increase. Okay, I agree this one. Then the elastic potential decreases, gravitational potential decreases, kinetic energy will increases. Then come to mean position. So this is the mean, you can call it. This is the upper extreme. This is the lower extreme. So in every problem, what happens? You must notice this vertical spring block, upper extreme, lower extreme. What is my question? I want the time period of oscillation. This time period of oscillation depends on what all. So I'll look at this particular position. What is the restoring force? Earlier Kx not equal to mg. Now what is the restoring force? Kx naught plus x minus mg equal to me. And how do this force will act? Opposite to displacement, no? Because the displacement was given like this, the force is acting in this direction. Okay, this, so you put it negative sign here. So Kx not equal to mg will get cancelled out. So therefore Kx equal to minus ma, or A equal to minus Kx by m. Compare this with standard equation of SHM. What is omega? Omega square is K by m, or omega equal to root of Km. So T equal to 2 pi by omega. Okay, this time period depends on what? Depends only on the mass and the spring constant. It is independent of what, like the gravity or any other thing. or independent of amplitude of oscillation. How much you give amplitude, that will not determine time period. So what is this T? T independent of X naught and A. What is the amplitude given? How much you pull down the block and release, that will not determine the time period. The time period depends on mass and spring constant. That's what he's saying. Okay, this is about the force method. So always what happens, you should end up with this equation, acceleration proportional to negative of displacement. This is a standard equation. Compare these two, then in place of omega square, you have Kn, then T equal to 2 pi by omega, then you'll get the time period. This is about the force method. What you studied is force method. So what is the methodology you have to develop? The system given will be at equilibrium position. You should disturb the system. From mean position, either you move the block up and release or pull down the block, release. Then what are the restoring forces that are acting? Then write this equation. Why negative sign? Because the displacement was given downward and the acceleration is acting upward. That's why this negative sign we have brought it. Okay, this is about the force method. Let's go for energy method. The same analysis will start with the energy method. Okay, there's a mean position. So initially, what are the forces acting? Spring force, Kx naught, and this is mg. And natural length of the spring is here. Okay, I'm not bothered. Okay, just for your convenience, I'm writing it. This is L naught. Now, what I do is like at mean position, I'll give velocity for it. It is at rest. So I'm going to project the block with a velocity. Say V naught. What are the forces that are acting? As usual, Kx naught and this mg. So what happened to block? It will start moving down. It will start descending down. Then what are the forces? Let x be the elongation. So this is x naught initial. X be the further elongation. It will have velocity v here. How much of spring force will act now? So shall I say it will undergo retardation? Why retardation? Because this spring force now will be greater than mg and it will undergo retardation. Okay, I'm interested now the energy method. What was initially energy supplied? mv naught square by 2. There's what oscillation energy, what we can call, no? I know you can ask questions, sir, why you are bringing energy method here? Already we have. See, there are some problems what happen with energy method, it will be easier. Some problems with the force or torque method will be easier. That's why I'm going for all the possible alternatives which are available for me. Okay, let's do one thing. The oscillation energy, initial kinetic energy, mv naught square, plus work done by spring force. Work done by gravity equal to final kinetic energy. Just work energy theorem, I think you know. Initial kinetic energy given, because as the block moves, spring force does negative work or will act opposite to displacement. The gravity does positive work, mg into dx. So this, what shall we make? Okay, this directly we know, no, constant force it is. Right, like this here. When the block moves from mean to some intermediate position, what is the displacement of the block? Let it be x. So what is work done by gravity? Mg into x. Work done by spring force, that is a variable, no, I'm going to integrate. So what was the initial elongation of spring? X naught. Finally will be x naught plus x. Okay, let's get into calculation part. Initially, this is very important, write it. Let's get into this one. So what is the spring force? Kx dx. Or shall I write kx naught? No, spring force, let it be kx. The limits is what we are taking care. Let's start with, this will be k x square by 2 x naught plus x x naught plus x whole square minus of k x naught square by 2 plus mgx mv square by 2. So this further expansion of this will be k x naught square by 2 k x square by 2 k x naught x. This is a bracket term plus mgx. Books, it's not available, so that therefore let me give it in detail so that it's going to help us a lot. Every problem we need not to do like this. This is the first problem. The basics is what we are trying to make observation. So kx naught square by 2. This two will cancel out. So what will be left over? mv naught square by 2 minus kx square by 2 minus kx naught x plus mgx equal to mv square by 2. What is kx naught? Kx naught equal to mg. Let me substitute that. So from where you have brought this? I am trying to, okay, try to see that kx not equal to mg. I can write it down. Then that mgx will get eliminated. No? So what will be left over? Will be left over with a one very fine equation, mv naught square by 2 minus kx square by 2 plus mgx mv square by 2. What is mv naught square by 2? Mv naught square by 2 is what? Oscillation energy. I'll call E naught, or it is called as oscillation energy supplied to the system. Will supply external agent. See, I will give some velocity. Then with that velocity, it starts descending down. No, this one. So there's a one fixed energy. So let me call this as E naught. It will be very, very important. Already we know conservation of mechanical energy. With that only, I just brought it here. So this will remain constant. Let me differentiate it.
Sir, mg term will not be there, sir.
Which will mgx will not be there. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Now you see this. I'll differentiate. Now you can ask questions. So why you are differentiating it? Next question, why you are differentiating it? So like with the time, what will happen to kinetic energy and elastic potential of spring? Are they constant or variable? Speed of the block keeps on decreases, no? And somewhere it will come to instantaneous rest. Am I right? Somewhere it will come to instantaneous rest. I'll give one more so that you'll come to know, sir, why you are. So the block, what will happen? This will be instantaneous rest, and there's a maximum. This is the amplitude. Okay, agree this is one thing. So now look at the potential energy, kinetic energy, All they are variable. So I'm going to differentiate. Now, what is a SHM? SHM is a motion where mechanical energy will be conserved. Overall mechanical energy supplied will remain constant. The same energy will be available as kinetic energy as elastic potential energy of the spring only. So therefore, this will be a constant. So dE naught by dt should be 0 as mechanical energy or oscillation energy supplied remains constant. The water energy we supply, that will remain constant. Only thing is it will take different form. So therefore dE naught by dt should be 0. So substituting that, so we'll get it 0 is equal to kx dx by dt equal to mv dv by dt. What is this? Kxv equal to mv into a. So therefore, what is a is equal to? I ended up something equation like this, comparing with standard equation of SHM. This is energy method. Okay, now what is the role of gravity? So why gravitational? Why G is not coming in the oscillation time period of oscillation? I think there's a one best question what we can ask now. Previously also G was not there. Am I right? Previously also the G was not there. The time period of oscillation is independent of G. Any reason for that? The work done by initial spring force and the gravity will be always equal and opposite. Am I right? The work done by initial spring force and the gravity will be always equal and opposite. That's why in the books open, nobody has done like this. Directly they are started from here. The total oscillation energy is equal to sum of potential plus kinetic, and that's all. So in the books, what they did is like directly the oscillation energy supplied in what form it will be. It will be in the form of kinetic energy of the block and elastic potential energy of spring. Then they'll differentiate. You refer any book, it has started from here. Okay, this oscillation energy remains same. So MVA plus KXV, or A equal to minus KX by M. This is what there in book. So students, what they ask, so why you are not taking work done by the gravity? Why you are not taking work done by the gravity? Okay, even let me take work done by gravity, and if I solve it, what I'm getting same answer. The reason for that, the work done by initial spring force and the gravity will be always equal and opposite. I'm using word always equal and opposite. The net work done by the initial spring force and gravity will be always equal and opposite. So therefore, only the additional spring force is what doing work. That's why they have started nothing wrong. But accepting blindly will be very dangerous. Again and again, it trouble you. Why sir is not taking gravitational potential? Why only elastic potential and kinetic energy of block? The reason for that, mathematically, is what we have a proof. Though we took work done by gravity also what happened, still we got the same answer. The reason for that, work done by initial spring force and gravity will be always equal and opposite. So therefore net work done by that pair will be eliminated. So only additional spring force will be doing work. That is all. Okay, like this one. So if you give velocity release, what happened to this block? Will execute SM. Some of you, I think, keychains will be there. No, red, blue color wire will be there. That only I'm discussing. Tie one stone to it below at bottom. At one end, you tie it to some ceiling or something, anything available, or hold it properly. You just pull that and release, or give velocity and release. It's going to oscillate like this. Spring, all of you might have noticed. Purchase one spring. What is there? 50 rupees. So many problems are related. Then what happens somewhere when you give velocity, it will retard, it will accelerate. So it will retard, it'll come to rest. Then again, spring force will be greater than mg, it will accelerate. Then again, it'll come to mean position, it will have maximum velocity. Then it'll go, the elongation of the spring decreases. Then it'll come somewhere here, it'll come to initial rest. Like this, it'll be oscillating SHM. What is the time period of it? Is what we have. It depends on spring constant and the mass. Able to get this one? So you do have plenty of numericals based on this. What all we discussed, the numericals, no, it was a particle, no, that particle is what this block, that's all. The particle is what this particular block. Elastic potential energy, kinetic energy of the block, where kinetic energy will be maximum at mean position. What about potential energy? Will be minimum here. You should not say zero, no. You can see kx naught square will be minimum here. So therefore, when a particle executes SHM at mean position, kinetic energy maximum, potential energy minimum. At extreme points, kinetic energy will be zero, potential energy will be maximum. Okay, just one more question will. We'll discuss one small question, then I'll wind up the class. And now some questions like this. If there's a I want the time period of oscillation. There's a light pulley. You can solve by energy method or by force method. So let me go for energy method. Let x be the displacement of block. Let elongation of the spring be x. Constraint equation, anybody, can you say x and x1? How x and x1 are related? If this point moves by 1 meter, then here 1 meter will become loose. This will move by 2 meter. Constraint equation go back. So x equal to 2x1. Then in what form the oscillation energy is available? Kinetic energy of the block plus elastic potential energy of the spring. What is V? V is what? Velocity. V is what? dx by dt. So therefore this x1 I should replace in terms of x. So I'll substitute next step. mv square by 2 k by 2. What is x1? X by 2 whole square. Kx square by 8. Let me differentiate this. dE naught by dt is equal to m by 2 2v dv by dt k by 8 2x dx by dt. We know in SHM mechanical energy remains constant, so this will be 0. So MVA, this will be kx by 4 into v. V gets eliminated, so therefore this a equal to minus kx by 4m. Comparing with standard equation of SHM, what is omega? K by 4m. So what is the time period of oscillation? 4m by k. Able to understand now? This will be. So like this, you get so many constraint equations will be available. Many springs will will bring that one. So what is this energy method will help us a lot. It will save our time. We need to bother. Even I think no need to write in detail. Directly write this one. Replace x1 in terms of x. You know if you differentiate, this will be 0. You can directly write this equation. So 2-3 lines, you can end up the answer. So the energy force method, what you should do initially, there'll be some elongation. That initial spring force will balance the weight of the block. You displace further, then additional spring force will make it to accelerate. Then solve it, you'll get the same answer. So one spring, one block, force method, okay. Multiple springs are there. It's energy method which is going to help us a lot. Okay, this is these are some problems related to Spring Block systems. You get plenty of questions related to this. Tomorrow we'll explore numericals of this kind. Okay, I'll check that particular problem, which we are not getting answer. I'll check it once using trigonometry. Let me see that one. Other questions are there. We will discuss on Friday, kinematics of SHM. No? Let me focus more on Spring Block system. I think this question is what we have to. Oh, yeah, this one. Tomorrow, let me have just a small discussion on this. We'll see that how we can bring that answer. Somewhere mathematics I'm missing. Okay, I'll end up the class. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, thank you all of you.
Thank you,
Thank you, sir.
Okay, work out Spring Block system problems also. Many questions are there. Try to solve them also. I just shown two numericals. No, solve by energy method. That'll be much easier for you. And also kinematics of SHM. Practice both. Okay, thank you all of you.